Winter is finally ending, so let's discuss spring fashion trends. Every year I say I'm going to enjoy winter, and every year I fail. The only thing I enjoy about winter is my long coats and my coffee and tea time. Cappuccino, actually. But that's it. Winter is not my favorite season, and I'm glad it's ending. As always, I like to start with colors. And Mocha Mousse is supposed to be the color of the year. And I think it's a great option for spring, since it's a more softer kind of brown than that brown that we see a lot during fall. And I think it suits more the springtime. And since it's a tone of brown, it's a great neutral. It goes well with a lot of other colors like white, red, blue. I'll leave on the screen some color combinations. And another color that's supposed to be big for this spring is soft pink. I don't know how much people are excited for this color, because I think since the craziness of the Barbiecore, people have been a bit tired of pink. But maybe that's because I live in North Italy and people are not that much colorful here. But I love pink, especially soft pink. I was one that got really tired of pink, even if it's one of my favorite colors. But I think I'm ready to restart wearing pink again, and I think this is the best time. Another color is icy blue, sky blue, soft tones of blue. Also very easy color for spring. I have seen beautiful pieces in this color. It's a color that goes well also with many others. Goes well with white, beige. It looks really chic, and I think it's always a good idea for spring. And you know, pastels for spring, groundbreaking. Let's talk about a material that has been trending for some time now, which is suede. Suede is still trending. Maybe not so much suede in clothes, but suede in accessories like bags and shoes. Especially the suede loafers are very trendy right now. Maybe the darker suede is too harsh for this time of the year, but you can go for softer tones of suede like beige, mocha mousse, some softer colors. Even in some dark colors like dark brown with lighter colors, they fit really well. So you can still keep wearing your suede pieces during this spring. Also, if they were not trending, because if you like something, just wear it. Another trend that has been going on for some time now is sheer. Actually, I love that trends nowadays are sticking for longer. I kind of got tired of those mini trends. So I'm enjoying more this time now. And I think the best time for wearing sheer is fall and spring, because you can match these light pieces with something heavier, so you have this contrast of pieces, which I think it's really interesting. For winter, I think it's really interesting too, but it's a little harder because sometimes it's really cold and you just want to cover yourself. So spring is a great time to wear sheer pieces. I think it looks great. Also, lace continues trending, and I think it's great to add some texture to your outfits. And speaking of sheer, lace, something that is back is boho style. I've seen lots of boho pieces which are sheer, flowy, lots of ruffles, some capes. So this boho style is really back. It's not so much my style, but I've seen some really cool pieces that kind of inspire me, so I may take something from that. But yeah, I'm not gonna go deep into boho because I had my phase, and that's not something I'm ready to deep dive into again. But I've seen really beautiful pieces, especially from Chloe, Isabel Marant. These are some brands that do really interesting boho pieces. Something that is more my style are suits. Saint Laurent had a beautiful collection of suits being worn with ties and with leather jackets over. It's really cool. It's something I want to wear, but I need to be careful because sometimes it can swallow me a bit because I'm a small person. But I think it is something that is cool and chic at the same time. is something that I find so good for women. For men, we are so used to see a man in a suit, but seeing women in a suit with some very pointy shoes, it just looks so good and just something I love. Something I've seen a lot lately are hairy pieces. Not fur, but actually hair. They have a hair texture over them. I've seen pants like this. I've seen a jacket with the same texture, and I think it's really cool. Always adding texture to your outfits if you are more on the minimalist side is something that adds a lot to your outfit. Something I didn't used to like but I'm liking nowadays is collarless jackets. I used to hate them. I don't know, I think sometimes they can look a little too much 80s maybe, but I have one now and I really love it. I think it depends how you style them, but collarless jackets are really chic. They can make really nice combinations. You can wear it in a casual way with a t-shirt underneath, or you can wear it in a more elegant way. So I think it's a very chic and versatile piece. Now let's talk about bottoms. Since the past year or the past 2 years, pants are getting more and more slim, and now even skinny jeans is coming back. I'm not a person who hates skinny jeans. I personally don't think skinny jeans is great for me, but I still think you can make skinny jeans work. If you have a pair of good quality black skinny jeans, I think you can make a lot of combinations with it. The problem that I think of skinny jeans is that I'm a millennial, so I know that. The problem with skinny jeans is that people wanted to wear with everything. And skinny jeans doesn't go with everything. Because skinny jeans, as the name says, it's skinny. It's not gonna go with everything. I'm sorry. Especially those old skinny jeans with very bright blue, very crazy washes. Those ones are really hard to style. If you don't want to wear skinny jeans, you can go for something more like a slim fit jeans, slim pants. You don't actually need skinny jeans. I actually think slim looks a lot better than skinny. You make your choice. Also, barrel leg, either jeans or pants have been trending at least since last year, and I really love them because I love adding different shapes to my outfits. But I think these kinds of pants only look good when they are long enough. I really don't like when they are a little bit too short because I think they can give a very strange shape, and they can also make you look super short. So I think the longer ones look a lot better and cooler. I really love the ones from Alaïa, but also COS has some really nice ones, and I really want them. Even if it's a trend, I think these kinds of pants are great when you wanna dress up a look that would be very casual instead, if you opted for more basic jeans. So I think it's a great piece to elevate your look. Talking about pants, this is the year we are going to see a lot of different kinds of pants. Pants with skirts over, asymmetric pants, pants with one leg have been shown on the runway. So this year, I think we are going to see a lot of that. This trend of skirts over pants was very big in the 2000s, but we used to do it in a very different way. But now it's coming in a more refined way, because they have the same fabric, the same colors, and it makes the look more cohesive. But doing this way, I think it's still interesting because you have just a more focus on the layering of pieces. You don't have so much information together. So I think it's really cool. One leg pants, I think it's a little more risky, but I think it's kind of interesting too. I wouldn't mind to see people on the street trying it, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to try it myself. And talking about layering, this year I think it's gonna be big for different kinds of layering belts. I've seen a lot of that, and I think it makes the look a lot more interesting. Also, different combinations. Instead of a matchy look, make it a bit more interesting and unexpected. We're still talking about accessories. Statement jewelry continues to be a big trend, and I love it. For a person who is more minimalist in their style, I think statement jewelry really elevates the outfit. So you can go for belts, you can go for brooches, statement earrings, statement rings, changing the buttons of your clothes for statement buttons. All that really is going to add something more to your outfit. And speaking of statement, big bags are going to continue trending this year, especially big belted bags. I think they are really cool. Other kinds of bags I've seen a lot are vintage bags, vintage clutches. I think they are really interesting, and you can just thrift them. You can find lots of very cool bags for a very good price, and especially very good quality. And another bag that continues trending are the elongated bags or east-west bags, how you want to call it. I really love them. You can go for something like the Alaïa tackle bag, something like the Bottega clutches. They all look really cool and versatile. I think they all go with lots of different outfits. Maybe the Alaïa, I consider it a little bit more casual, but they also have a new one now with a different material that's a little bit more lucid. Sometimes it just depends on the material that you choose your bag, and you can go from day to night. Talking about shoes, with the boho style comes also the clogs. I'm not a big fan of clogs, to be honest, but if you like this boho style, I think it's an interesting kind of shoe. Kind of comfortable too, a little noisy for my taste, but if you like it, go for it. Other shoes that are coming back are peep-toe pumps. I'm not a big fan of peep-toe. I talked about it in my last trends video because I was already starting to see it even during winter. It's not a kind of shoe that I love, but some new kinds of peep-toes nowadays are kind of interesting for me, like the Alaïa peep-toe, because it has a bit more like a triangle shape in the front, or like the peep-toes that just have a little hole in the end. Some kinds of peep-toe I can tolerate. They look a bit interesting. I like when you add something that's different to your outfit. I think I'm just a bit traumatized by the peep-toes we had in the 2000s, but peep-toes nowadays are cooler, so I think some of them can be really interesting. But yeah, maybe in a few years I will hate it just like I hate the peep-toes of the 2000s, so who knows. Last shoe I want to talk about are T-bar pumps. I think it's a good alternative when you're tired of your traditional pump. I usually don't like shoes with a strap in the front of my shoe. Am I going to get one? I don't know. At the moment, I'm not that interested. But I've seen this kind of shoe in interesting outfits. Sometimes you're just tired of your old pump. So if you want to just change a little, you can go for a T-bar pump. So these are all the fashion trends I wanted to talk to you about. Let me know what you think about them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.